Hi, my name is KiffinyJean, and today we're going to look at some weird things that happen in the multiverse. I was on Reddit at r glitch in the matrix, and this was posted by Lavos666, who said his card was stuck up by an ATM and reappeared in his wallet a week or so later. I was in London at a gig a year or so ago with my mate, and I went to get us a drink from the bar, and my card got declined. Checked my online banking, and there was more than enough money to pay for the drinks in it. So I went to the cash machine outside the club. Bear in mind, I was completely sober at this point, so my judgment was still sound. I put my card into the machine, and it said it was invalid or something, so the machine ate it. Me and my mate are entirely 100% convinced this machine didn't spit my card out. A week later, I opened my wallet, and there it was. It was like an 8-hour drive from London, where I live, too. We can't wrap our heads around this situation. The ATM definitely ate the card, and that was that. How in the hell did it end up back in my wallet? So-and-so Snake says, it is possible that you put your card into the machine. Nope. Still had all the other cards in my wallet after it took my debit card. Barista Sister says, I don't have an answer, but kind of a similar thing just happened to me today. I had a cigarette, came in, and I placed my lighter on the side so I wouldn't forget where it was. An hour or so later, I went to have another cigarette, and I couldn't find my lighter anywhere. Checked all around where I'd placed it, and it wasn't there. Asked my husband if he'd taken it, and he hadn't. Asked him to look where I was looking for it, and he couldn't find it either. We then went to the store for our weekly food shop, gone maybe 2 hours, came home with 6 big bags of shopping to put away. Once I'd done that, we decided it was time for another cig. Looked up, and there is my lighter sitting in plain sight where I had originally left it. My husband and I are still baffled. Where the heck did it go? And why did it appear again very suddenly? Right Selection 6187 says, that stuff happens in my house almost once a day at least, either to my stuff or to my husband's, and we're only the only ones that lived in the house. I swear I'm always yelling at the ghosts or spirits or whatever it is to give my things back, or if they need to use them, just put them back ASAP. It's never happened here. Well, not that I can think of anyway. That's what Barista Sister says. Still weirded out by it even 8 hours later. I'll definitely be looking out for it to happen again though now. C.D. Romney says, I would say this happens to me all the time, but I do have ADHD, so it does in theory, but honestly, it's just me being bad at life. LAMO. LMAO, not lame-o. I'm the lame-o. Maybe Sherry says, someone on the other side is telling you to stop smoking. Oh, hey, they can do amazing things from the spirit side. A Great Wave says, the same thing happened to me in Idaho about 20 years ago. For weeks, I couldn't believe the machine kept my card. And then all of a sudden, it was in my wallet. What's the expiration date, says Thinks Like a Man. Did the card expire? Maybe the old card got eaten? Lavos666 says, I think it got blocked because I was spending money so far from home. Brian Fantanafan says, was the new card in exactly the same place you kept the old card? Did it eat the card straight away? Or after you put your PIN in it? Did anyone else have access to your house or wallet in that week? Freaky stuff, although it's interesting to puzzle through the possibilities first. Lavos666 says, yes, it was. 2, it was straight away. I didn't put my PIN in. 3, no one. LTTG says, this happened to me 8 years ago. I lost some money walking back home and I realized it midway. Checked all 4 of my pockets way too many times. through the journey back home, and even when I arrived home and took off my shorts because I was in so much denial that I'd lost the money. Nothing at all. A week later, I found the same amount of money in my left pocket in the same shorts. Still don't know how. Adrenaline Jackie says, maybe you told someone and they put the money in them. Moco Worm says, the card you put in the machine wasn't your bank card. That's why it said it was invalid. Ergo, the real card was still in your wallet. LSD Peter SLD says, yeah, today I was looking for my lighter on my desk and room for a solid 10 minutes. And when I came back, sometimes later, it was right near my keyboard. Amaru326 says, something like this happened to me before. I 100% believe you. This Broccoli 101 says, you probably went into autopilot mode for a few seconds, put back the declined card, and immediately forgot about it. It is the same mental mechanism that lets us come back home to check if the door is closed. And you did it while your friends were not watching you. You were probably complaining about the service being declined, and none of you paid attention to the card while you put it back. If they think they saw the card being declined, it's probably a false memory. Lavo666 says, but it was me and my friend. We're both 100% sure the machine didn't spit it back out. And I'm certain he didn't take it as a joke, because I had my eyes on the machine for a good few minutes whilst I scratched my head thinking, why is it ain't my card? This _broccoli-101 says, false memories are tricky. It's easy to influence each other. You can find many psychological studies about it. I read a story once. It was in a psychology book, but I don't remember the writer right now. Basically, he was explaining false memories using his personal experience. He's been sure for all of his life that when he was 4 or 5, a man tried to kidnap him while he was taking a walk with his nanny. He remembered the man, the nanny being hit by the man while she was defending him, and the moment the police arrived. Many years later, the family received a letter from the same nanny. She explained that nobody tried to kidnap the child. She made it all up to gain attention. Long story short, you can never trust your brain. The tricky thing will only register a very small portion of the things you do or say, and you'll fill in the gaps with distorted memories. That or something paranormal happened. Thundergun 3000. Dude, stop. This stuff happens all day, every day to me, and I don't have memory issues. This isn't false memories. This stuff happens, and you and I don't understand the nature of the world in the way we think we do, so no, you've just never witnessed it or experienced it. This _broccoli-101. First, I'm no dude. Second, false memories happen to everyone and have nothing to do with memory issues. The brain is a peculiar organ, and the way it can trick us are endless. Memories are never what we think. Our brain is constantly working to elaborate the world around us, and it is forced to erase some information. Also, when we do things, little things all day, like inserting the card into the ATM or closing the door while leaving the house, we're using our automatic memory. I don't know what the right term for this is in English. In Italian, it is known as memoria non dichiarata, something in Italian, where basically the brain let us do the thing without thinking about every single move. This is the mechanism that lets you ride a bike or do anything you are good at. If our brain is making us do something without giving it attention, that thing won't be recorded. I do know that we can't understand the reality of the world around us, and I also know that things may happen without explanation, but this particular one is easy to understand because it happens to everybody every day. You can find many studies about memory, false memories, and everything related to it. It is very fascinating. Well, then things do digress a little bit as I read on, saying that this isn't a false memory, that this is the kind of stuff that really happens. What do you think? Have you ever had anything just disappear up into the matrix? Or do you think it's all our brains playing tricks on us? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm KiffinyJean, and thanks for listening.